Most of you probably know that you can get the Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade of Hogwarts Legacy for $10 on the Nintendo eShop if you own Hogwarts Legacy for the Nintendo Switch 1. But most people don't seem to know that the developers of this game, or at least the publishers of this game, are doing it a little bit differently. Because once you do that, once you upgrade from the physical cartridge to the physical Nintendo Switch 1 cartridge, you don't need this cartridge anymore. As a matter of fact, your Switch installs a completely different game. It installs a new game with its own icon, its own save files, and everything that comes with that. Meaning that you can pop out this cartridge, put it back into the case, and give it to a friend for them to do exactly the same. Hi there fellow Nintendo gamers, my name is VeggieVulture and today I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy for the Nintendo Switch 2. I bought this secondhand for my girlfriend and I've upgraded this for $10 for my girlfriend to play it on my Nintendo Switch 2 in a much better fidelity. It's a great looking game, a great running game, and a great feeling game. Although it's a little rough around the edges here and there, I think it's absolutely great and my girlfriend is absolutely enjoying it. Now, what I want to do today is kind of warn you to not buy it for your Switch 2 off of the eShop, or not buy it for your Switch 2 like on a cartridge in the store or whatever, because that will cost you between I think 50 and 60 US dollars, which you should not be paying. As a matter of fact, you can if you play your cards right, only get it for like only 10 US dollars digitally, of course. Now, what is the main thing here? The main thing is I'm gonna talk about what I did, right? I bought this for 18, not 80, 18 euros. I'm gonna talk about euros because I'm from Europe, but it's kind of the same in US dollars, right? So I bought this for 18 euros on Vinted, which is an app in Europe. I don't know if it's in America, but it's an app like Craigslist or whatever it is, secondhand, right? I bought this, opened it up, popped it in my Switch, and upgraded for $10 to my Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Meaning that in total, I paid $28 euros, so under $30 for this game in total. Now, new for Nintendo Switch 2, it will cost you about between 50 and 60 US dollars. So that is a savings, a big ass savings right there, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this up for sale again for like between 15 and 20 euros. And I know 99% sure that within a month it will be sold. That's just how the secondhand market here in Europe works. It's very easy to sell on your Switch games for a small price, meaning that I never owned this, financially speaking. I buy this, use it to upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2, and sell it on. Now, something else that you can do, of course, there's many ways of going about this. It's just, the matter of fact is that you do not need the cartridge anymore once you upgrade to your Nintendo Switch 2 version of this cartridge. Now, there's other ways of doing it. For example, a friend of you owns this game for the Nintendo Switch 1, they've already used it to upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2, or they enjoyed it on the Nintendo Switch 1, whatever. You're like, can I borrow that game for a few days? You're like, yeah, sure, man, I don't really play it anymore. You borrow it, upgrade to the Switch 2 version, and give it back. The cool thing is, everybody can do it with the same cartridge. It's not tied to your account, it's not tied to your game, it's not tied to anything, because your Switch 2 will install a completely new and fresh version of Hogwarts Legacy on your Nintendo Switch 2 with a new icon, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and it will only set you back $10 if you can get to borrow this game, buy it secondhand, and sell it again, steal it from somebody you know that has it, or whatever you do. Anyway, it's going to be about half the price, worst case, than buying it new for Nintendo Switch 2. If this video helps you, by the way, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, there is no follow button, hit the thumbs up, and put in the comments that you are super duper super grateful of me doing these kinds of videos. Now I want to quickly go into how to actually upgrade your Hogwarts Legacy Nintendo Switch 1 version to your Nintendo Switch 2 version, because there's a little bit of work involved that confused me in the beginning. You need to put this thing into your Switch, right? Then you need to open it and you need to play through the intro. You need to watch the intro cinematic and then just play a little bit until you enter a grotto. You're there with a character called Professor Finn. Once you're there and you are free to walk around, and you need to follow Professor Finn. No, it's not Finn, it's Twig. It's Twig, Professor Twig? Professor somebody, right? And you need to follow him, right? And then you could, that right there, you can press the plus on, which is basically the start button on your Nintendo Switch or your Pro Controller or whatever. You go into the menu and you go back to the main menu, and in the main menu you can select more content or something like that. There's a button there, expanded content or more content or something like that, and that is where you then go and buy the rights to buy your Switch 2 version. So you need to do that, right? Then once you've done that, you close down your game. You still don't have the Switch 2 version, right? You just need to buy the rights to do it. And then once you've done that, you go to the eShop, look for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of Hogwarts Legacy, and you will see that it is discounted with a shit ton of money, because it goes down from like 60 euros all the way down to 10 euros, or 60 bucks all the way down to 10 bucks, and you can grab it. Then you can pop this bad boy out of your system, put it back into the case, and throw it in the garbage bin, give it to a friend, or sell it on. So yeah, that's it. For everybody who was on the fence about Hogwarts Legacy, like I have been ever since it released, I've always been on the fence. I always thought like, yeah, it's an expensive game. I don't really know if I want to get into it. And my girlfriend always had like a vague interest in the game because she's a big Harry Potter fan. And now with the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, when I read about this thing being a thing, I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy it secondhand for you. I'm going to install it for 10 bucks and then I'm just going to sell it on or give it to a friend. Whatever, if somebody's interested to get it, whatever. So yeah, I did that and we are really liking the game. I'm just like sitting next to my girlfriend with like a bowl of nachos with cheese on it, and I'm just like eating away while she's playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm kind of like curling my toes every now and then because I get really sick of her like shooting every thing that she sees and looking in every corner and just not following the main story at all because she wants to do all kinds of stuff in the game, which is her way of playing games. It's absolutely great. She's having a great time. I'm having a great time for 10 freaking euros. If I don't get to sell this, still the game didn't cost me even 30 euros, which is like half of what it costs for the Nintendo Switch 2.